5 seconds to go. Start. Honorable Madam, Sir, Madam, at the outset, I would like thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to speak on the demand for grants general for the year 2011-12, and I support the same. Our honorable, very senior member and able finance minister tried to present a balanced budget and to please all sections of people in spite of adverse global economic scenario. Madam, our GDP growth rate has reached satisfactory level. However, we have to strive hard to improve the current level of growth rate, and our economy is set to grow at 9%. The continued hike in the prices of food items is a major cause of concern. Erratic rain, flood, and drought in various parts of the country last year have contributed decline in agricultural production, and the prices of many food items including fruits and vegetables were skyrocketed. Our government intervened time and again, cracked on the hoarders and black marketeers, imposed a ban on the export of certain food items, and improved the exports to effectively tackle the crisis. Madam, regional rural banks RRBs plays a pivotal role in the development of rural areas. They provide loan facilities to the farmers, and they are their immediate rescuers. However, the farmers are facing lot of difficulties in getting their loans from rural banks. Many of them are financially weak. They approach the bank for loan to save and to promote their farming. RRBs should be instructed to provide liberal loans to the farmers without cumbersome formalities. About 2000 people population, a bank branch going to be opened is a welcome decision. Our government is giving more thrust to housing sector and committed to construct large number of houses in the country. Necessary assistance to real estate sector to meet the housing shortage in urban areas, and the enhanced provision of rupees 3000 crore under rural housing fund will go a long way in overcoming the housing shortage in the country. Operation of Central Electronic Registry to prevent frauds involving multiple lending on the same immovable property will help in boosting the housing sector. Agriculture plays a pivotal role for our country's growth. Credit flew from 3,75,000 to 4,75,000 crore in 2011-12. Large number of people of our country depends on agriculture, and we remained pioneer in agricultural production. Huge investments are made in agriculture during the first 5-year plan, and green revolution was started, and we have attained self sufficiency. But in the last few years, our agricultural production is not in proportion to population explosion, and there is distribution bottleneck. Removal of production and distribution bottleneck for items like fruits and vegetables, milk, meat, poultry, and fish will have to be given much emphasis. In the past few years, there is huge shortage of pulses production in the country, and we have resorted to imports. Our government's initiative to promote 60,000 pulses villages in rain fed areas will bridge the demand and supply gap. Government's initiative to improve palm oil plantation, affordable credit to farmers, accelerated production of fodder will help the agriculture sector greatly. I compliment the Honorable Finance Minister for enhancing the allocation under SSA from rupees 50,000 to 21,000 crore, and the government initiative to improve the literacy rate in the country. Fisherman community in my area affected. The seashore area in my constituency is affected severely. The seashore areas are gradually affected due to sea erosion. Our government has given more importance to education, 24% more for education allocation to education, and Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan is must to eradicate illiteracy and affordable education to deprived classes of society. Higher education is much costlier in the country. The number of students opting higher education in the country is less, and many of them going to abroad and facing lot of troubles there. Government should hike substantially the allocation for higher education, and more institutions of higher education are to be set up in various parts of the country to curb the movement of students to abroad for higher education. Madam, the proposed expansion to widen the coverage under the Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana, reduction of eligibility for pension under Indira Gandhi National Old Age Pension Scheme for BPL beneficiaries from 65 years to 60 years, and the hike of pension from rupees 200 to rupees 500 for those above 80 years will boost the confidence and morale of very senior citizens. Our government's initiative to clean up some more important takes and rivers other than Ganga, and the special allocation of rupees 200 crores is a welcome step. In this connection, I would like to state that the river Thamira Barani originates more than 2000 meters above sea level on the eastern slopes of Western Ghats, flow through the Tirunelveli district of Tamil Nadu in southern India. It is having number of tributaries and channels. One of the important channels is Tirunelveli Channel, whose length is about 6 kilometers. It passes through the heart of the Tirunelveli town, providing water supply for drinking and 4,500 acres of agricultural lands for irrigation purpose, and also fills 23 outer ponds of Manur block. Stop.